Alright, people. So, I haven't uploaded in a while, so fuck it. I'm just gonna do another tier list. This is of Rainbow Six Siege operators, and yeah. If I don't own an operator, then I'm just gonna put them in the horrible tier, cause yeah. Uh, if I don't own them, then fuck it, right? So, first operator we have is Legion. I'm gonna put him in average, and this is my opinion. Don't be a fucking asshole and be like, "Oh well, your rating sucks." Shut the fuck up, you nasty bitch. But and I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in a while, so this will be a little outdated. I haven't played it in like a few weeks, so yeah. But I really don't give a shit. So Castle is pretty bad. He only has his shotgun as a really good viable choice as a primary weapon because his UMP 45 is not very powerful, and it's really just his shotgun that really lets him do anything. And with his castle barriers being able to be broken by melee, he's just not usable. Then Osa is gonna be put in good, not decent. Fuck decent. There's no such thing as a decent tier anymore. So Osa's gonna be put in good tier because her she's basically a better castle for attack because she can put her barriers wherever she wants. She they're bulletproof and it takes so long to destroy them and stuff, and it uses so much of your equipment that there's just no point in not having it. And having her on your team is really good for just all sorts of stuff. There's so many different plays you can make with her. She's just really good overall. And then Nomad, I personally don't really like Nomad. I'm gonna put her at average because sure her blow thingy. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but her ability is pretty powerful. It launches enemies and stuff. It doesn't do too much damage to where it's OP, but it's pretty powerful and it can definitely help you win games. But there's so many like people are so freaking like aware now because the game has been out for so long that it is so hard to actually get any plays off of the Nomad ability. But when you actually do, because people have to shoot it no matter what, so when you actually do get plays because of it, then yeah, it's a really good ability. But other than that, it's pretty. She's not the best. She's got the AK and all that stuff, so I guess I'll put her in average. Then Thorn, I don't own her. Thunderbird, I'll actually put her in good. Now that is a pretty uh that could be a bad take depending on how you look at it because I like to play support characters, right? And as a support main in most games, healing is one of the biggest things that you have to do. And with Thunderbird, you don't actually have to aim, you don't have to do anything. You just have to put your heal stations in good spots and then you're done. You don't have to fix anything. Now, sure, they can heal the enemy and you can lose because of that. That's one of her biggest downsides. But her guns and her heal station is just so powerful that I can't not put her in at least good. She could be super good if her heal stations could heal teammates without them having to take damage first, but for the most part she is really good, and in most situations she's almost always a must pick, at least in my opinion. Ash, fucking broken ass character, fucking runs at the speed of light. Her guns are super good, both of them, the R4C and the G360. You can use either of them in any situation, and they'll still be pretty good. Her secondaries aren't nothing to get mad about either, or anything like that. They're really good as well, and her fragging potential and just everything, she is so powerful that there's really like you don't stand a chance against a good team with an Ashe. Like they will always find a way to win because she can destroy bandit charges, she can destroy castle doors, she can destroy all this stuff just with her ability. Then she can still go in and wipe your whole entire team. So Ashe goes in super good, and if you couldn't already tell this is gonna be a long ass fucking video. Bandit, good. I heard that I think he got nerfed actually. I'm not completely sure, but I think he got nerfed. But he's still really good. His MP7 is OP as fuck. It does so much damage, and with the iron sights, even you can still just clean wipe the whole entire enemy team. And is even though there's Cade now as well, and all, and sure he's not as viable as Cade is, his weapons and his fragging potential is so much more useful than you'd think. So in most cases, yes, he actually is actually better than Cade. And I don't know, I like him more than Cade for sure. And he definitely deserves to go in good tier. Um Blitz, I don't know. He can be annoying as fuck sometimes, but he can also be really bad. So I guess I'll just put him in average. Like he's he's got a nice ability. He's got a decent secondary weapon because all his first primary weapon is a freaking shield. But I mean, he's not bad. He's pretty good. I'll just say that. Doc. Um, I'll put him in bad, which I shouldn't have it as bad. It should be below average, but just like you, oh my god, I'm joking, but fucking, he's not the best because Thunderbird can heal better than he can. There's a lot of other people with more fragging potential. There's a lot of other 3 armors that have so much more use than him, and he's not always the best pick in most situations. Like, sure, he can revive teammates from a range, but that's not always useful. Like, a lot of the time, that's actually not used at all. Because of the very little use that it has. And because of the very small viability that he brings to the table, that he just doesn't get picked a lot. Fuse, super good. Uh, he's got 2 really OP. He's got busted primary weapons. His secondary weapons are really good. And his fuse charges can go through reinforced walls as well. So, that's all I gotta say. Um, Glass, yeah, he is the best character in the game. You already know. But on a serious note, he'd probably go in like I'll put him in good because smokes aren't always the best. They can block your teammates' view and stuff, but if you use him right and you attack and stuff, like you get the like if you have a whole entire team made made for a glass to be good, then yeah, you will definitely win almost all of your matches. Because if you have like a Montang and he goes in, you smoke the room, and then you sit outside the window with your freaking your one scope and shit. Then Montang can just block the diffuser as he plants it. Then you basically just win because you can sit out there in the smoke and just get a shit ton of kills. And then Montang can bring smokes as well. And if you just bring a shit ton of smokes, then you win the match, basically. Because you can just constantly smoke the room and you will win. Because they can throw impact grenades and C4 charges, but even then, if you just keep on smoking the room and keep your glass watching it and your Montang in there blocking the diffuser, then yeah, you're gonna win the game. because they won't be able to fucking stop it. It is so busted if it's used right, but no one uses him. That's the problem, is that he's so good, but no one uses him. So yeah, good tier. Absolutely dog shit. You already know why. Um, Jaeger's still super good. He's got really good weapons. He's got an amazing gadget. Definitely better than Wamai's. Wamai was made to kill Jaeger's kill rate, use rate, but Jaeger is still fucking top tier. Kapkan, he's another Russian operator, so, but I'll put him in average. He's got the Russian guns. His ability is not the best or the worst. Like, people can definitely see it pretty easily, but he will get a kill there. Fuck, I'm so tired, dude. Jesus, but he will get a kill there, here and there, and his ability is still useful, even if people see it, because they have to shoot to take it out, and not a lot of people use suppressors. So a lot of the time he is good because he gives your team information, because the enemy either has to shoot your gadget or they end up running into it and blowing it up. So you know where at least one person is immediately, and if you put your traps in the right spots, then you can basically just shut down a whole entire map. Because if you sit there with your traps like surrounding certain entrances, and then you and your team guard uh the other one, like other certain other ones, then sure, people will be able to enter into the building no matter what, but you will be able to completely hold down the objectives, and they just can't stop it. Like, literally. Um, so yeah, average tier. Montang, I'm actually gonna put him in bad. I know this is a pretty dog shit take, but if I'm being completely honest, there's no real use for him because there's so many like fraggers that can take him out. Fucking, and there's so many people that have such good gadgets that counter him on defense that you can't really use him effectively unless you have to build a team around Montang if you're going to take him. And when you do build a team around him, he's really good. He's absolutely amazing. But when you don't, he's so useless of a pick, because he has the revolver if you want a high damage secondary, and he's got the actual pistol and stuff, but he's just not useful enough, and he isn't able to be used well in most situations. So bad tier. Mute. Mute. I'll probably put him in average. He's a decent operator. He's got. I'll talk more about him when I get to smoke. Pulse. He's actually pretty bad if I'm being honest. He's got good guns. His ability is somewhat useful for information and shit, but like, you can sit there with your gadget out, but there's no chance that you're gonna be able to pull out your gun quick enough if other people know where you're at on the other team. Like, if you're sitting there in a corner and you see an enemy trying to go into one window, they probably have a team with them. So even if you get your nitro cell, like your C4 charge off, then you're gonna kill them, possibly. But you're also gonna get shot in the fucking back, or you'll end up getting a kill. You'll go run away, or you'll go back into your corner, and they'll know exactly where you're at. You don't have a nitro cell charge anymore, and you'll just get overrun. So he's pretty dog shit. Rook, I'm actually gonna put him in super good tier. He's got his vests, which can take so much damage. He lets your teammates go down into last stand, which he's a really good pair with Doc if you actually bring Doc. So him and Doc are good together, but Rook, even just by himself without a Doc, is so powerful that you just that he just has to go into super good. He is so good, and it is surprising how powerful he can be. Sledge, I'll put him in. I'll put him in average. Not nothing to really remark about. He's got good weapons. He's got his sledgehammer, which is just basically a better melee and can break into buildings a lot easier and shit. And so he's powerful, but not the best. Smoke. I actually use Smoke a lot. In ranked, unranked, and all that shit, I actually use Smoke a crap ton because he just has so much viability and his weapons are so powerful that it is just crazy. Um, and I'm actually gonna split this video into two videos. I'm gonna split this into two parts. So after I get 5 more rankings, I guess, then I'll go into the next part, and then I'll make another video for you guys. So I'm gonna split this up into two, but I will finish 5 more operators. The first of those 5 is Tachanka. He's not. He got completely reworked to have that grenade launcher, and it's powerful. It's good for area denial, but he's not always gonna be able to be worth the pick when you have better choices on defense. But he is useful in some situations, and with his mounted turret, you can just tear up the lobby. So actually, I'm gonna put him in average. I'll put him in. I'll put him above Sludge. Thatcher. He gets countered by so many people, yet he still finds a way. Well, I'm gonna actually put him in bad, because if you can't use him, then he's gonna be a bad character. Because he always gets banned in ranked and unranked, and in quick play you hardly ever get to use him because it's quick play. But in this few situations that you do get to use him, yes, he is actually a pretty good character. So I will put him in bad tier. He's not horrible by any means, but well, when he does get used, he's like super good, but I'll put him in good but he gets banned so much that you can't put him in super good because he's not playable basically. Thermite, the first of our hard breachers. I'm gonna actually put him in. I'll put him in average because he's got a good loadout. To be completely honest, like he's got a really good assault rifle, and his shotgun's also pretty powerful sometimes, depending on the play style that you have. But with him being a breacher, it is hard to compete with Habana, Maverick, Ace, and those other ones. But he does his job surprisingly well and is probably the best um, hard breacher for hatches and certain objectives. But for the most part, he gets countered by a lot of people, so he's not really able to be put in good or super good, but he is average because he's got a lot of uses, and so he's not horrible or bad. Twitch, I'll put her in bad because she just doesn't have enough use. Her drone's powerful, all that stuff, but she's just not usable. Buck, I'm actually gonna put at the top tier of average. I would put him in good, but he's just got such little use that it's just no point to keeping him on your team. Like, sure, you can. He's a lot better than a lot of these choices, depending on the type of playstyle you have, and he is at, I'm going to put him at the top of average because he is going to be a lot highly picked compared to these other ones. But he just doesn't really see much use. So, yeah, that is the first part of my ranking. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Love you all. And like and subscribe to see the next video. So, bye.